Pennsylvania isn't just about Philly cheesesteaks, Pittsburgh steel, and Amish country charm. Hidden across the state are towns where you can live well without breaking the bank. From safe, small communities to lively, affordable cities, Pennsylvania offers some of the cheapest places to live in America. And today, we're counting down the top 10 affordable gems where your dollar stretches further in 2025. Stick around, because number 3 might just surprise you as one of the most beautiful, budget-friendly towns in the Northeast. So, hit that subscribe button right now if you love discovering hidden gems and affordable towns across America, because this is the kind of information that could literally help you find your next home. Number 10. Johnstown. Tucked away in the rolling Allegheny Mountains of western Pennsylvania, Johnstown is a town with history, heart, and prices that make it one of the most affordable places to live in the Keystone State. Known for its steel roots and resilience after devastating floods, Johnstown is a community that has endured, and today, it offers newcomers a chance to build a life without the crushing burden of high costs. Here, housing is where the affordability truly shines. You'll find homes often priced under $90,000, a figure nearly unheard of in much of the U.S. For first-time homebuyers, this means you can own property without taking on decades of overwhelming debt. Rentals, too, are extremely budget-friendly, with many apartments available at half the cost of what you'd pay in bigger Pennsylvania cities like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. And it's not just the housing. Everyday costs in Johnstown, groceries, gas, healthcare, and utilities, fall well below national averages. Imagine cutting your monthly expenses by hundreds of dollars simply by living in a smaller city that still provides the essentials. For retirees on a fixed income, that kind of savings is priceless. And for families, it means more money left over each month for education, travel, or simply building a better quality of life. When it comes to lifestyle, Johnstown is more than just numbers on a budget sheet. The community has a strong healthcare presence, with regional hospitals serving residents. Schools here may be smaller, but they benefit from that close-knit environment where teachers know families personally. It's the kind of place where neighbors still wave to each other and community events bring people together. Nature lovers will also appreciate Johnstown's location. Surrounded by the Laurel Highlands, outdoor recreation is at your doorstep. Hiking, kayaking, fishing, even skiing in the colder months. Imagine finishing your workday and being minutes away from mountain trails or scenic overlooks. For those working remotely, Johnstown offers a slower pace of life paired with natural beauty that can help reduce stress and increase overall well-being. Of course, Johnstown isn't without its challenges. Like many former industrial towns, it has seen population decline and fewer job opportunities than larger metros. But for people who don't need a bustling job market, such as retirees, remote workers, or those with flexible careers, it can be the perfect balance of affordability and tranquility. And with Pittsburgh only about 90 minutes away, you're never too far from big city amenities when you need them. In a world where housing prices seem to skyrocket every year, Johnstown is a refreshing reminder that affordable, safe, and community-centered living still exists in America. It's proof that you don't need a six-figure salary to own a home, raise a family, or retire in peace. That's why Johnstown makes our list of the top 10 cheapest places to live in Pennsylvania. Ninth on our list is Altoona, a city with deep railroad routes and a reputation for resilience. Once the beating heart of Pennsylvania's rail industry, Altoona carries a proud industrial legacy that shaped the region. Today, while the trains still roll through, Altoona has reinvented itself as an affordable hub where housing costs are low, the cost of living is manageable, and the community spirit remains strong. Let's talk affordability. The real estate market here is surprisingly accessible. Median home prices often fall between $120,000 and $140,000. Making Altoona one of the most affordable mid-sized towns in Pennsylvania. That's nearly half of what you'd pay in larger metro areas nearby. Renters also benefit, with apartments available for well under $1,000 a month, some even in the $700 to $800 range. For families or singles trying to escape skyrocketing housing costs in bigger cities, Altoona offers a financial breather. And it's not just housing that's cheap. Everyday expenses here, groceries, utilities, and healthcare, run below the national average. You'll find that your paycheck stretches further, which means more money left over each month to save, invest, or enjoy. For retirees on fixed incomes, Altoona offers relief from the financial pressure that often comes with living in larger cities. For young professionals, it's a chance to build financial stability without drowning in rent or mortgage debt. Another advantage of Altoona is education and employment. Home to Penn State Altoona, the city attracts a steady stream of students and faculty, giving it a youthful energy. The presence of hospitals, schools, and regional businesses also provides job opportunities in healthcare, education, and retail. While it may not match the job market of Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, it's a solid choice for those in stable professions or people working remotely. And let's not forget lifestyle. Altoona offers small city living with easy access to nature. The Horseshoe Curve, a national engineering landmark, is right here, attracting visitors from around the country. Families enjoy affordable outings at community parks, minor league baseball games, and local fairs. And when you need bigger city amenities, Pittsburgh is just 2 hours away, making day trips convenient. So, who is Altoona best for? If you're a young couple saving for the future, this city offers affordable housing and a safe community. If you're retired and seeking a manageable cost of living with quality healthcare nearby, Altoona fits the bill. And for remote workers or families tired of sky-high big city costs, Altoona delivers space, community, and financial freedom. In short, Altoona is more than just a railroad town of the past. It's an affordable, welcoming city of the present. With low costs, steady amenities, and a balance of history and modern living, Altoona earns its place as one of Pennsylvania's most budget-friendly places to call home in 2025. Number 8 on our list is Shamokin, a small coal region town that tells the story of Pennsylvania's working-class roots. Once fueled by coal mining, Shamokin thrived during America's industrial boom. Today, while the mines have quieted, this town remains one of the most budget-friendly places in the state. If you're looking for a place where housing costs are incredibly low and history whispers from every corner, Shamokin deserves a closer look. The affordability here is striking. Homes in Shamokin often list under $70,000, with some properties dipping below $50,000. That's the kind of price that makes homeownership possible, even for those who thought it was out of reach. Renters also find deals here, with monthly rents starting far below what you'd pay in even modest Pennsylvania suburbs. For anyone determined to own land or property without a heavy mortgage, Shamokin is a rare opportunity. Day-to-day living costs match that affordability. Groceries, gas, and utilities all fall below the national average. While the town doesn't offer the abundance of shopping and entertainment options that larger cities boast, residents here benefit from simplicity. Less hustle, less expense, and more breathing room in your budget. Community is another defining trait of Shamokin. This is a place where neighbors know each other, and Friday night football still brings the town together. The pace of life is slower, and traditions run deep. For some, that small-town rhythm is exactly what they're seeking. Outdoor enthusiasts will also find beauty here. Surrounded by the rolling hills of coal country, Shamokin offers access to hiking, fishing, and scenic drives. And while the economy has shifted away from mining, there's a pride in heritage here. Museums, monuments, and festivals keep the coal town story alive. But Shamokin isn't for everyone. Job opportunities can be limited, and many residents commute to nearby towns for work. That said, it's a strong fit for retirees who don't need a bustling economy, for young couples looking to buy a first home without massive debt, or for remote workers who can bring their careers with them and want to enjoy ultra-low housing costs. In the end, Shamokin is a reminder of how affordability still exists in America if you're willing to trade big city amenities for small-town simplicity. It's not the glitz and glamour of a booming metro, but for the right person, Shamokin offers the essentials: a roof over your head, a safe community, and a chance to live debt-free. That's why it stands proudly at number 8 on our list of Pennsylvania's cheapest places to live. Number 7 is Scranton, a city that's gained worldwide recognition thanks to the hit TV show The Office, but beyond pop culture fame, Scranton is one of the cheapest mid-sized cities in the Northeast. For those who crave the conveniences of a city while staying within a budget, Scranton delivers a surprising balance of affordability and opportunity. Let's start with housing. The median home price in Scranton hovers below $150,000. For renters, monthly costs are significantly lower than what you'd pay in nearby metro areas like New York City, New Jersey, or even Philadelphia. That means Scranton is especially attractive for families and young professionals looking to escape the sky-high prices of the Northeast without sacrificing access to urban conveniences. Everyday living costs are another big win. Groceries, utilities, and healthcare are all lower than the U.S. average. That savings adds up quickly, whether you're a retiree on a fixed budget or a growing family trying to stretch your income further. Scranton also benefits from being a college town, home to the University of Scranton and several other institutions, which brings youthful energy and a steady supply of amenities like cafes, restaurants, and cultural events. Scranton also surprises with its access to the outdoors. Just minutes from downtown, you'll find parks, hiking trails, and even skiing at Montage Mountain in the winter. And because Scranton sits in the Lackawanna Valley, it's surrounded by the rolling beauty of Pennsylvania's countryside. For those who want the best of both worlds, city life and natural escapes, Scranton strikes a rare balance. When it comes to employment, Scranton has a more diverse economy than many smaller Pennsylvania towns. Healthcare, education, and retail provide stable job opportunities. While wages may not be sky-high, the low cost of living makes incomes go much further. Remote workers especially find Scranton appealing. Affordable housing, reliable internet, and proximity to major transportation corridors mean you can live cheaply here while working for companies based anywhere in the country. So, who is Scranton best for? Retirees who want low costs and access to good healthcare will feel at home here. Families will appreciate the affordable housing and schools. And young professionals, especially those priced out of big coastal cities, can find a livable, budget-friendly alternative in Scranton without losing city conveniences. Plus, New York City and Philadelphia are both within a 2-hour drive, making day trips to bigger cities completely doable. In the end, Scranton is more than just a TV reference. It's a living, breathing city that offers affordability, opportunity, and culture at a fraction of the cost of its neighbors. Welcome to Erie, Pennsylvania, one of the most affordable lakeside cities in America and an absolute hidden treasure for people looking to balance cost of living with a scenic lifestyle. Erie sits right along the shores of Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes, which instantly gives this city a unique advantage. Imagine being able to step outside and enjoy a fresh breeze off the water, walk sandy beaches in the summer, and still pay less than $150,000 for a median home. That's right. Erie's housing market is among the lowest in the state, and even rentals here average around $850 to $1,000 a month. For people relocating from high-cost states like New York or New Jersey, it feels like hitting the jackpot. But affordability is only part of the story. Erie offers something money can't always buy: lakeside living with year-round activities. In summer, Presque Isle State Park becomes the crown jewel of the region. With over 3,000 acres of beaches, trails, and lagoons, it's a haven for boating, kayaking, swimming, or simply enjoying a sunset picnic by the water. In the fall, the lakefront is alive with color, and in winter, locals embrace snow sports and even ice fishing. Erie has truly mastered the art of four-season living. Beyond the natural beauty, Erie is a surprisingly robust city for its size. With a population of about 94,000, it has all the essentials: shopping centers, theaters, family-owned restaurants, and an underrated arts scene. Downtown Erie is seeing steady revitalization, and the waterfront developments continue to bring in both tourists and locals alike. The Erie Maritime Museum and the Bicentennial Tower showcase its naval history and give spectacular views of Lake Erie's horizon. Healthcare and education are major draws too. UPMC Hamot is a large medical center providing excellent healthcare, and families have access to several universities like Gannon University and Penn State Behrend. For retirees, this means access to medical support close to home. For young families, it means a community with solid schools and educational opportunities without needing to leave town. Now let's talk about cost of living beyond housing. Groceries, utilities, and transportation in Erie all run 10 to 15% below the national average. That means your paycheck stretches further. You're not drowning in expenses just to cover the basics. And because it's a mid-sized city, traffic is far less stressful than in places like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Commutes are short, and you're always just minutes away from both urban amenities and peaceful lakeside escapes. Of course, Erie has its challenges. Winters here are snowy. Lake Erie brings heavy snowfalls that can sometimes feel overwhelming if you're not used to it. Job opportunities are steadily growing, especially in healthcare, education, and tourism. But some industries like manufacturing have slowed down over the years. Still, for many families and retirees, the low cost of living more than balances out those downsides. Ever dreamed of living by the water without breaking the bank? Erie gives you the best of both worlds. Affordable housing, a vibrant yet cozy city feel, and the natural beauty of one of America's Great Lakes. It's not just cheap, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Erie proves that living by the lake doesn't have to be a luxury reserved for the wealthy. It can be your reality. Wilkes-Barre, located in northeastern Pennsylvania along the Susquehanna River, is one of those cities that proves affordability and opportunity can go hand in hand. Once a coal mining powerhouse, today, Wilkes-Barre is reinventing itself as a budget-friendly place to live, with a growing sense of community and access to both urban amenities and outdoor escapes. The most attractive point? Housing costs. The median home price here hovers around $120,000 to $140,000, far below the national average. Renters can find one-bedroom apartments for as little as $800 a month, which is an incredible deal compared to nearby metro areas. For families, retirees, or first-time buyers, that kind of affordability means you can actually own property and still have room in your budget for life's extras. But Wilkes-Barre isn't just cheap, it's strategic. It sits just about 2 hours from New York City and Philadelphia, making it a commuter's dream for people who want to live affordably while still having access to big city jobs, culture, and airports. That central location is one reason why more people are starting to look at Wilkes-Barre as a relocation hotspot. Locally, you'll find a surprising mix of amenities for a mid-sized city. Wilkes University and King's College give the area a lively, youthful energy, and the Mohegan Sun Arena brings in concerts, sports, and entertainment. Families love the small-town feel, while still having shopping malls, hospitals, and restaurants at their fingertips. Geisinger Wyoming Valley Medical Center provides top-notch health care, which is a huge plus for retirees. For outdoors lovers, Wilkes-Barre is nestled near the Pocono Mountains, giving residents year-round access to hiking, skiing, camping, and fishing. In the fall, the mountains explode with color, and in the winter, snow sports bring locals together. Even right in the city, the River Common Park offers walking trails and green spaces along the water. When it comes to cost of living, Wilkes-Barre sits about 15 to 20% below the U.S. average. Groceries, utilities, and transportation are manageable, and property taxes, while not the lowest in the state, are balanced out by the inexpensive housing. For many families moving in from New Jersey or New York, it feels like their paycheck suddenly stretches twice as far. Now, it's fair to note that Wilkes-Barre has faced challenges. Like many post-industrial cities, it's still working on economic growth, and some neighborhoods are in transition. Job opportunities are best in education, healthcare, retail, and light manufacturing, but salaries may not match larger metros. Still, for those looking to trade hustle and high costs for a more relaxed and affordable lifestyle, it's an increasingly attractive option. Harrisburg, the capital city of Pennsylvania, often flies under the radar when people talk about affordable places to live. But this riverfront capital has a lot to offer for anyone searching for a low-cost city with job opportunities, history, and easy access to the rest of the state. Let's start with affordability. The median home price in Harrisburg hovers around $160,000 to $170,000, a bargain compared to other U.S. capital cities and still well below the national average. Rentals are equally budget-friendly, with one-bedroom apartments averaging between $950 and $1,100 a month. That means whether you're buying or renting, Harrisburg is one of the most accessible capital cities in the country for housing. Being the capital also means Harrisburg has something many small Pennsylvania towns can't match: job stability. Government positions, health care, education, and finance drive the local economy. That gives residents access to steady employment while still enjoying a much lower cost of living than in bigger metros like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, or Washington, D.C. Lifestyle here is a blend of history and modern charm. The Susquehanna River runs right through the city, offering riverfront parks, jogging trails, and scenic views that make daily life feel more peaceful. In the spring and summer, festivals and events light up Riverfront Park, and the annual Kipona Festival brings food, art, and music right to the water's edge. Culturally, Harrisburg holds its own with attractions like the State Museum of Pennsylvania, the National Civil War Museum, and a surprisingly vibrant arts scene in Midtown with theaters, galleries, and live performances. Families appreciate the variety of schools, while retirees enjoy being close to both healthcare and cultural events. UPMC Pinnacle provides top-tier healthcare access, and there are plenty of shopping districts and restaurants to meet everyday needs. Another advantage is location. Harrisburg is centrally placed. You're about 2 hours from Philadelphia, 2 hours from Washington, D.C., and 3 hours from New York City. That makes it a strategic hub for people who want small city affordability with big city access. And for travel lovers, Harrisburg International Airport makes getting around the country easy without the chaos of larger airports. Of course, Harrisburg does have its challenges. Some neighborhoods are more desirable than others, and like many older cities, it has pockets of poverty and crime. But revitalization efforts continue to reshape the downtown and riverfront areas, and many newcomers find neighborhoods that fit their lifestyle and budget comfortably. Coming in at number 3 is Reading, Pennsylvania, a city that has earned its place as one of the most affordable and culturally rich spots in the Keystone State. Known for its industrial past and vibrant diversity, Reading is making a name for itself as a destination where your money stretches further, and your lifestyle can be both affordable and fulfilling. Let's start with the numbers. The median home price in Reading sits around $125,000 to $140,000, which is well below both the state and national averages. For renters, apartments typically fall in the $850 to $1,000 per month range, again, much cheaper than larger cities nearby. With a cost of living nearly 20% below the national average, families and retirees find that everyday expenses like groceries, utilities, and healthcare don't overwhelm their budget here. Reading is also strategically located. Just about an hour from Philadelphia and under 2 hours from New York City, it provides affordable living while keeping big city opportunities within reach. That makes it attractive for commuters and remote workers alike who want more house for less money, without being too far removed from major hubs. But Reading isn't just about affordability, it's about lifestyle. One of the city's most iconic landmarks is the pagoda on Mount Penn, which offers panoramic views of the city and serves as a symbol of local pride. The surrounding trails and parks provide plenty of opportunities for hiking, biking, and outdoor relaxation. Families enjoy the Reading Public Museum, which combines art, science, and history, while sports fans can cheer for the Reading Fightin' Phils, the city's minor league baseball team. Culturally, Reading is diverse and lively. The city is home to a strong Latino community, which has influenced everything from food to festivals. This adds a vibrant flavor to local life, with restaurants, markets, and cultural events bringing the community together. Add in a growing art scene downtown, and you'll find that Reading offers more than you might expect for a city known for its affordability. Healthcare and education are also accessible. Reading Hospital, part of Tower Health, provides excellent healthcare options, and the city has a mix of public and private schools that families can choose from. Local colleges and training centers also give younger residents and career changers opportunities to pursue education without leaving town. Of course, like many post-industrial cities, Reading faces challenges. It has neighborhoods with higher poverty rates and is still working through economic revitalization. But many newcomers see these as growing pains of a city that's actively reinventing itself, and they're taking advantage of low-cost housing before values rise. Coming in at number 2 is Allentown, Pennsylvania, a city that blends affordability, opportunity, and revitalization, making it one of the most talked-about destinations for people searching for a fresh start without the sky-high costs of major metro living. Allentown is the third largest city in Pennsylvania, which means it already offers more than most small towns on this list. The median home price remains around $200,000 to $220,000, a bargain compared to nearby Philadelphia or New Jersey markets. Renters can expect to pay about $100 to $1,300 for a one-bedroom, which is still affordable given the city's size and location. Speaking of location, Allentown is a huge win for commuters. It's part of the Lehigh Valley, only about an hour and 15 minutes from Philadelphia, and under 2 hours from New York City. That makes it a perfect middle ground for people who want the affordability of a smaller city while staying connected to two of the largest job markets in the country. More and more professionals are moving here because they can work remotely, or even commute, while living in a home that costs a fraction of what they'd pay in New York or Philly. But Allentown isn't just about cost, it's about lifestyle. The city has been undergoing a major revitalization, especially downtown. You'll find new restaurants, breweries, shops, and arts spaces breathing life into the historic architecture. The PPL Center, a state-of-the-art arena, brings concerts, family shows, and hockey games right into the heart of the city. Families love the Lehigh Valley Zoo and the Allentown Art Museum, while outdoor enthusiasts can enjoy more than 2,000 acres of parks and trails spread throughout the city. Allentown also has a rich history. Once a hub for manufacturing and industry, it's now diversifying its economy with growth in healthcare, education, and logistics. Lehigh Valley Hospital is one of the best in the state, providing world-class healthcare. The local school system is large and varied, and for higher education, nearby universities like Lehigh University and Muhlenberg College give the region an academic edge. The cost of living overall sits around 10 to 12% below the national average, so residents get affordable housing, reasonable utilities, and manageable transportation costs. For retirees, that means stretching your retirement dollars further. For families, it means being able to buy a home, raise kids, and still afford to enjoy life. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a city that blends affordability with charm, making it one of the most attractive and livable places in the entire state. Known for its Amish countryside, historic downtown, and welcoming community, Lancaster offers a unique lifestyle that appeals to families, retirees, and young professionals alike. Let's start with the numbers. Lancaster's median home price sits around $230,000 to $240,000, which is still affordable compared to national trends, and far below what you'd pay in nearby Philadelphia or New Jersey. Rentals average about $1,200 to $1,400 for a one-bedroom, and overall cost of living here is about 10% below the U.S. average. That means you can enjoy small city living, access to beautiful farmland, and still keep your budget intact. But what truly makes Lancaster special is its balance of modern amenities and old-world charm. Drive just a few minutes outside the city, and you'll find rolling farmlands, horse-drawn buggies, and Amish markets selling fresh produce and handmade goods. Step back into the city itself, and you'll discover a vibrant downtown with art galleries, boutique shops, and a foodie scene that rivals much larger cities. The Lancaster Central Market, one of the oldest continuously operating farmers markets in the U.S., is the heartbeat of the city, bringing together locals and visitors for fresh food and community connection. For families, Lancaster offers great schools and a safe environment. For retirees, it's a slower pace of life with excellent healthcare access, thanks to Penn Medicine Lancaster General Hospital, consistently ranked as one of the best in the state. And for young professionals, Lancaster is quietly growing as a hub for remote workers, creatives, and entrepreneurs who want affordable living with cultural richness. Location is another huge plus. Lancaster is just about an hour and a half from Philadelphia, under 2 hours from Baltimore, and around 2.5 hours from Washington, D.C. That means you're never too far from major East Coast opportunities, yet you get to come home to a peaceful, affordable city that feels a world away from the traffic and high prices of bigger metros. Lifestyle here is a real selling point. Outdoor enthusiasts can explore nearby trails, rivers, and farmlands. History lovers can immerse themselves in Lancaster's heritage through museums and historic sites, and families can enjoy local festivals, theaters, and cultural events year-round. Add in a strong sense of community, and you've got a city that feels welcoming the moment you arrive. Lancaster is still significantly more affordable and offers a higher quality of life for the price. Lancaster is proof that affordability doesn't have to mean compromise. Here, you get the best of both worlds. A vibrant small city filled with culture and opportunity, surrounded by some of the most peaceful countryside in America. Whether you're looking for a place to raise a family, enjoy retirement, or simply find a more affordable lifestyle without sacrificing charm, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, truly earns its spot as number 1 on this list. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Where to Live TV, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into America's most affordable and hidden gem towns. I'd love to hear from you. Which Pennsylvania town would you consider moving to? Or maybe you already live in one of these cities. Share your experience in the comments below so others can learn from it. And if you're exploring more affordable living options, check out our other videos on the cheapest towns in North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. I'll link them right here on screen. Thanks for watching, and remember, finding the right place to live is more than just about cost. It's about community, comfort, and creating the lifestyle you deserve. Until next time, this is Where to Live TV, helping you find your next home, one affordable town at a time.